My initial thoughts for gender-based classrooms was what teacher is going to agree to take either all boys or all girls. I love the idea, but I did fear what teacher would step up and say, sure, I'll take a classroom of all boys all day, and what that would look like. But as we progressed on, teachers quickly stepped up to the plate and said, hey, I'll be an all-boy teacher, or I'll be an all-girl teacher.
We've struggled with low test scores, and then we would have mediocre test scores, and then they would be low, what we thought we did a real good job, and then they'd be back low again. So we're always thinking, what can I do better? What can I do differently? And I know that we teach. You know, I know that we would do good, but still this response wouldn't be there. And then I find out, well, we're spending so much time discipline and handling this and handling that, and it's really relationship hard. I was apprehensive back because I was thinking, well, what, you know, how is this going to be any different than what we've done before?
So anything new as a parent, you know, you do get nervous because you wonder what's going to happen, is it going to work, how it's going to affect my daughter, you know.
The first thing I decided to do, like when I was thinking about it over the summer, I knew it was coming up, was to start creating an environment for girls. I wanted them to be proud to come to school. I wanted them to love where they came to school.
Thought it was my style of class. My favorite part of being with just boys was there's no drama.
The culture changed tremendously. I didn't seem to have the same worries with just all one gender as I would if boys and girls were mixed.
He was very excited about his teacher, and because they had a lot of similar interests. And I don't know, sometimes guys just know how to drive other guys. Iron sharpens iron. So he had a way to push him, and he used similar interests, like I was talking about, hunting and fishing and ball. Those were ways that he could, you know, encourage him to do his best, and how all those things can be fun, but they require skill and work, and it's the same in his classwork with math and science.
The first time I went in there, I was like, I saw all this stuff, and I'm like, wait, how's he gonna teach us?
I thought he might know a lot about science and stuff.
I was like, oh my God, just all girls in my class. So I was like excited and shocked, but
It's cool. It's like, hey, I get to be with my buddies. Yeah, I ain't gotta be with no ladies. I ain't got no drama stuff.
And we were told that we would be doing gender-based classrooms. My husband and I thought that would be very interesting for our child. Our son is very much 195% boy.
We don't, like, when we raise our hand and there's boys in our class, if we don't get something right, then they might laugh.
We were a little bit apprehensive about drama. Would we have much drama? Would there be? And there's not. There is absolutely not.
It's like a family.
It is. They're very family oriented. Actually, one of my girls asked me today, "Can you be the mama? Can you be the school mama?"
Mm-hmm.
And
because the girls would help me out whenever I need them.
We kind of run the team now like a football team. I'm the coach, they're the players. We have halftime, we talk about the big game coming up, which is test.
And then now that we're in a girls' class, we're like, yeah, and we're like, we could talk to each other and everything without laughing at each other.
I was able to get them hooked on more series of girls that they would like. We did things like Babysitters Club, Secret Garden, things like that.
A lot of times with girls, they do a lot of things to get the guys' attention. So a lot of times they do try to do little things to gain that one little guy's attention.
And I even see them being inspired by each other. But when somebody does good, I mean, they all want to do good. Or when somebody takes a test and passes it, we've even seen them cheer for each other.
they do. They'll play it.
So and they want to please us for sure.
Things boys need to move around a whole lot. That's one thing I had to get used to, was allowing the boys to walk around more and to move around and do a lot more hands-on things.
Like I could talk to girls a whole lot different than talk to boys. It's just totally different.
I started to ask questions, and I was really scared that the boys was in there, they would start picking on me because the dumb questions that I asked.
But in the 5th grade, we had this separation. She started out good and continued on, which to me was a blessing. I was like, oh my God, I said, she really is doing, you know, I was stressed in the 4th grade. I was out here all the time, you know, always having meetings, you know. I was one of the ones when the parents was like, can I talk? What can I do?
In the past, they wanted to act more mature than their age, being around the boys. Now I see them acting more age appropriate.
I feel more confident about myself, because like with the boys in the classroom, I wasn't active really.
And it changed the culture because now the kids, you get to build a relationship with the kids. You get to spend more time with them. You get to know what makes them tick, what they like, what they dislike. And you learn ways to engage them better.
Probably because there's not as many loud voices and stuff. There's no screaming or stuff like that. Not as many fights and stuff.
About the same, no drama in the class, because most boys will try to show out when there's more girls in the classroom.
Just more people getting their work done, and some people can focus easier.
Because like last year, girls started a lot of drama with boys.
Our discipline really improved, like 90%. The year before we went to gender-based classrooms, we had like 60 office referrals for the boys. The year we went to gender-based, we went down to 6.
We track with our reading program, words read, and our words read doubled from the year before because of the competition that they could have between boys and girls. So we ended up reading 22 million words that year. We gained across the whole 5th grade, we gained over 5,000 lexile points.
It's all almost doubled.
I said last year, I think they hear me.
That's right.
They finally hear me.
Mhm.
They hear me teaching.
I just felt like really good because my grades were like really, really improved than whenever I was with the boys.
To be willing to think outside the box. Be willing to try something.
Well, I think we as humans, we all want to live in community. We all want to live in tribes. And I think that when we begin to put the gender-based classrooms together, that we begin to see a tribe being built. And then you begin to see a team that's formed and they work together, whether it's academically or at a sport or even a project. You begin to see this camaraderie come together where you begin to lose trouble and maybe the tension that you have to manage between girls and boys where they're trying to impress each other. You begin to lose that and they become one voice, one team, and they begin to work together.